Today is Tuesday, the day after Yom Kippur. It's called also the day of Simchat Kohanim. This is the day that after the Kohen Gadol went through the great service in Kodesh HaKodashim, the next day it's a celebration for the Kohanim that did such an important part of the service of Yom Kippur, which we include in our prayers on Yom Kippur in Seder HaAvodah. The Pasuk says, Or zaru ala tzaddik ul yishrelev simcha, those who are upright of heart, yishrelev, after the cleaning spiritually of the day of Kippur, we go into the holiday of simcha, of joy, the holiday of happiness, as that the holiday of Sukkot, when we dwell for 7 days in a sukkah. What is the symbolism of the sukkah? Well, there are two ideas. One idea, it's representative of the Mishkan, the sanctuary, the traveling sanctuary that went with them in the desert. Also, it's representative of the clouds that surrounded the Jewish people in the desert, protecting them from the elements, from the heat or the cold. Created a shield around them where the enemies could not harm them, not even scorpions or snakes. They were all surrounded by these divine clouds that protected them, and the Sukkah is representative of that. So we have Pesach as the holiday of Exodus from Egypt, Shavuot as the holiday of Matan Torah, of receiving the Torah, and Sukkot as the holiday that celebrates the great care and the caring and the protection that Hashem gave us in the desert, but not just in the desert. At every single year, every single time, Hashem's protection is represented by the Sukkah, that we sit in it and are surrounded by the Sukkah itself. The other approach is representing of the Sukkot in which we sat when the huts, when we went out from Egypt. The symbol is very important. For happiness, you don't need to sit in the palace. For a feeling of safety, it's not how much of a security system, how sophisticated a security system is. The true feeling of safety, the true feeling of joy, is when you have faith in Hashem and when you're surrounded by Hashem's protection. It doesn't take all the physical and material adornments or the thickness of the walls or the thickness of the roof that you have over your head. After all, it's a very temporary type of hut with just leaves and branches on top of the sukkah. Rain can even get in, but we feel a certain safety when we are connected with Hashem, with complete faith in Him, and that's true happiness. Obviously, nowadays, there's been so many advances in technology, and there is such affluence, and people are in this day and age able to have so much in terms of materialism. Yet, that doesn't bring happiness necessarily. Statistically, there's more depression than before. So it's not the material that brings you joy and happiness. Even sitting in a hut such as the sukkah, when you have faith in Hashem, when you can get rid of all the clutter, of all the materialism that a person searches for happiness through that material and through that satisfaction of materialism, that's not true joy, that's not true happiness. True happiness we find in faith in Hashem and in what the Sukkah represents. So these are some of the ideas associated with the Sukkah that we're building these days as we're leading up to the holiday of Sukkot. Gmar Chatima Tova, and wishing you already a Chag Sukkot Sameach. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.